Gold Coast has hung on to win a gripping QClash by 5 points against Brisbane on Sunday night, with some final-minute defensive heroics nabbing them a third win of the season. The Suns led by as much as 27 points in the third term and had to withstand a final quarter Lions comeback, but hung on to win 11.10, 76 to 10.11, 71 to write their season after successive losses in Perth down to the wire. Full match coverage and stats. Number 1 draft pick Cam Rayner had a flying shot at goal from 50 meters in the final seconds to draw the contest, but pulled it wide for a behind. Watch. Rayner tries to draw the game. The Suns were desperate all night and it was fitting their defense won the contest when it counted. Watch. Desperate defense saves the Suns, with the Lions pressing inside the last 2 minutes and needing a goal to win. Marcus Ashcroft medalist took Miller threw his body across Jacob Allison's boot as the Lion lined up on the run from 50 meters. His smother will be the lasting image of the contest. Watch. Miller shows his desperation. Jared Harbrow followed it up just seconds later with a goal-saving tackle on Charlie Cameron 15 meters from goal as the Lions speedster looked set to snap the winner. Watch. The last 2 minutes. Gold Coast coach Stuart Dew was both relieved and proud to eke out the win. "We did hang on. They were coming at us," Dew said. "We knew they were going to come at us. There was some special efforts in the end, but also some things we can work on in the end. When the game was in the balance, to be 3-2, we had to respond after last week." The win came with just 21 men for most of the night after young small forward Darcy McPherson limped off with a lower leg injury in the second term and did not return. After 4 weeks of travel, the Suns showed no signs of fatigue. They were methodical and disciplined, swarming Brisbane with relentless pressure. They were all over the Lions from the opening bounce, with Jared Harbrow's bone-rattling tackle on Ryan Bastanak indicative of their intensity. Fan flips over fence. 5 talking points. Miller went to Dane Zorko and made the Lions stars' night a miserable one. At every opportunity, Miller got stuck into the All-Australian, pushing, shoving and giving him no breathing space. Zorko finished with a paltry 10 disposals and had minimal influence, while Miller became more and more involved as the night wore on, racking up 21 touches, including 7 clearances. Co-captain Stephen May played easily his best game of the season, while David Swallow, Braden Fiorini and Jared Harbrow also excelled. The loss will sting the Lions. It is the 4th time in 5 rounds they have had a chance to win in the final term, yet they are winless. Coach Chris Fagan was left to lament some wasted set-shot opportunities that came back to bite his team. "We've just got to learn from it," Fagan said. "Maybe we needed to show a little bit more composure later in the game. I thought we missed some set shots we should have kicked tonight. When you lose by 5 points you look at that and go, but we did a lot of things right on the night." Young midfielders Jared Berry, 25 disposals, and Hugh McLuggage, 26, were excellent, while Eric Hipwood, 3 goals, made the most of few opportunities, and Charlie Cameron, 2 goals from 18 touches, looked like tearing the game apart. Medical room. Brisbane Lions. No real concerns for the Lions. Dane Zorko spent a few minutes on the bench in the final quarter with what appeared to be an elbow injury, but returned to the field and played the game out. Gold Coast. The major concern revolves around small forward Darcy McPherson, who limped off with a lower leg injury in the second term. Coach Stuart Dew had no further update post-match and said McPherson would be scanned early in the week. Co-captain Stephen May dislocated a finger in the third quarter but had it popped back in, taped up and returned to play an influential role. Next up, Gold Coast continues its long travel schedule in 6 days' time with a trip to Adelaide Oval to play the back-in-form Crows on Saturday night. Brisbane has a tall order to break its duck, taking on Greater Western Sydney at Spotless Stadium on Saturday afternoon. Watch. Charlie Sparks. The Lions. Brisbane 2.3, 4.7, 7.9, 10.11, 71. Gold Coast 4.2, 7.3, 10.6, 11.10, 76. Goals. Brisbane. Hipwood 3, Cameron 2. Taylor, Bailey, Rayner, Zorko, McStay, Gold Coast, McPherson 2, Lynch 2, Fiorini 2, Lions, Young, Day, Hullman, Maybest. Brisbane, Berry, Witherden, Martin, McLuggage, Cameron, Andrews. Gold Coast, Miller, Fiorini, May, Swallow, Weller. Harbrow injuries. Brisbane, nil. Gold Coast, McPherson, lower leg, May, dislocated finger, reports, nil. Umpires, Fisher, Schmidt, clear. Official crowd, 16,087 at the Gabba. Suns FaceTime Darcy McPherson in for the team song. Picture, AFL.